So there are two aspects. Majority of all of the organizations have like big data centers, and there is an IT component itself. So green IT is where you are taking up measures to make your data centers and your IT footprint really sustainable. And the second aspect is greening by IT, where you're taking the intelligence of the IT systems to think about how to optimize your costs, how to communicate better, how to share information better, and thereby achieve optimizations and sustainable choices. So these are the two aspects that IT can really bring to the table and help with the overall supply chains as well as the sustainability aspect of it.
We really want to impact emissions, we really want to impact the stakeholders of the supply chain and the society that the supply chain impacts. Now, to impact all of these three, what you really need to start doing is to start collecting lots of data, analyzing lots of data, and hopefully that data in real time. Now I'll break this down for you in IT terms. So to start collecting data and real-time data, you will need IT tools like IoT, and you will need a little bit of cloud infrastructure to manage this real time. And then to be able, what do you do with this data? What you do with this data, you start analyzing it to see what recommendations analytics tools can provide you on better management of emissions, better management of shipping routes, supplier governance that I talked about. So these kind of analytics tools, again, is in the IT domain. And lastly, of course, I talked about the fact that digitizing your supply chain will really help you visualize the whole ecosystem, which will start giving you real-time ideas on how innovative you can get.
I think the greatest risk we will have is if we work in silos. Right? And that's something we learned very, very, very early in the pandemic at Michelin. So here in North America and group-wide in the Michelin Group, when the pandemic hit, for example, we decided to pretty much organize ourselves end-to-end from our suppliers through to our customers, which meant that on a weekly basis, we were running an SNOP, a sales and operations planning process, where we put together the entire organization, clearly understood what each one is seeing, asked ourselves what that means for us, and asked ourselves what it means for our suppliers, but also what it means for our customers. And then once we did that, we clearly identified where we need to act, where we need to sense, and where we need to be extremely agile. It's not about identifying all the risks, it's about identifying what we are going to do about those risks that makes it more impactful. And the common thread through all of this was identifying common KPIs that told us what was not going right or what could go wrong. And through that, we made as-if or scenario planning to ensure that we were able to address some of those risks, absorb some of the others, and potentially plan for others a little more effectively, recognizing that in the end, you can only plan for that much. But then that clearly helped the entire organization focus on a common objective, but also have a common understanding. And through that, we were able to effectively communicate to our customers and consumers and to our suppliers. And that really helped us as we engaged in this ecosystem at Michelin.